Today I'm talking about Thor. It seems like everything hinges on who can pick up this hammer. Seems easy enough to me.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back. Today we're talking about the latest run of Thor. Donny Cates has been writing it for almost a year now, I think. Really enjoyed it, but seems to be picking up again. It took a little lull. I think 1 through 6 was the arc that really caught fire. And then the latest arc from like 7 to 12 hasn't been as, or maybe 15, hasn't been as popular. I read it. It was okay. It was good with the Donald Blake. But now it seems like he's going to return to some of the threads he didn't necessarily tie up nicely from the first run. So let's talk about, so spoiler alert. I'll say that again. Spoiler alert for the first arc. If you recall, just jump through it first. So this is not the cover A, but this is the first one in the series. This is, I think, cover B. I really like this one. Basically, what happens is that Thor makes a pact with Galactus to become his Herald. So that's kind of fun. So we get to see him get ultra powerful, him meaning Thor, and then he helps Galactus actually destroy 4 or 5 key worlds so that Galactus can become super powerful to fight this enemy that's now coming called the Black Winter. This is his first appearance and is then quickly defeated in Thor 6. So that was a little bit of a letdown, although we think, obviously, he'll be back. It's always back. So this book is reminiscent, and maybe it's more of a prelude. Of this book here, in my mind. So, and I talked about this in one of my other videos. Is Venom 3 with Null, who was a big bad guy, and everybody liked him at the time. And I think the books are selling for $20 to $30 maybe, but really didn't get kick-started until we saw him in Silver Surfer Black, and then he just started, Null started appearing everywhere, and obviously then got his big King in Black series later on, 2, maybe 3 years later after that book came out. So the question would be, of course, is this book, which is around maybe $40 book now, I think it's been as high, raw I'm talking, as high as maybe $50, $60. Is this similar? Is it going to kind of hang out, and then when we see him appear somewhere else, and then everything is connected and comes together, and the Black Winter comes back as a really, really big bad guy, do we find this book skyrocketing? I don't know. Maybe you want to grab this one. So right at the end, when Thor destroys the Black Winter and kills Galactus, wow, I'm only giving a lot of spoilers, but that was, it's all in the first arc, and that's why it was so epic. As he kills the Black Winter, he sees this vision, and it's of Thanos here with this odd, black glove, and people thought maybe that was his son, and he's wielding Mjolnir. You can't see it in his hand over here, and Mjolnir has the Infinity Stones in it, which, is this a vision of the future? Is this a dream? We don't know. But, and that was it, and then he went on to a new arc, and nothing else came of it. So, since we don't know what's going on, let's try to connect some of the dots here. So, if we back way up, it seems that everything hinges on, I have my little fun Mjolnir here, hinges on Mjolnir, because even in the beginning of this run, so, Thor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even though Thor is wielding Mjolnir, it's getting heavier and heavier, and he can't even pick it up, which is very odd, as we know, because that's his hammer. So what is going on? We don't know. And finally, in the latest one that just came out, too many Thor books here, this week, which is Thor 16, which everybody thought was going to be a big key because some app said that it was going to call back to that one second print cover. It really didn't do much. It was a setup book. I would read it because the arc that's coming, I think, is going to be important. And he does have more visions of, I'll just show you here, more visions of Thanos, and people thought it was his son and other things, but clearly it's Thanos there, and you can see right here he's holding Mjolnir with the hammer. And then he does talk about it to Jane Foster about how he can't get this dream out of his head and blah blah blah. What's happening? So this is my guess, or as we try to attempt to figure it all out. It seems like he's losing Mjolnir. So if we jump back, and once again, this is all Cates related. So if you look at the latest previews, which came out, which shows Cates' new Hulk here, which is exciting. I'll be getting that one. I'm excited for that one. They have solicitation. I don't know if you guys ever look at these preview books, but they're kind of fun. And then you can read them and try and figure. I like reading them. Anyway, so for Thor 19, which is a couple more down the line, it says that Mjolnir has gone missing, and nobody, even the powerful eyes of Lady Sif, are able to locate it. So it seems like Mjolnir is kind of the key piece here. In fact, even as I said here, Thor's using a sword here, not his hammer. The other thing that I always think of with Cates is his first big run with Thanos. Well, he had a number of big runs, but this one is where he introduces the Cosmic Ghost Rider and Silver Surfer Black, or the Fallen One. And if you recall, Silver Surfer Black shows up out of nowhere. This takes place in the very, very, very far future at the end of time. Thanos has won. This is kind of the Thanos wins. And Silver Surfer comes to battle him. And to everybody's surprise, Silver Surfer is wielding Mjolnir. So we never understood. So this is, in case you're wondering, this is the Fallen One, Silver Surfer Black's first appearance, Thanos 16. And here is the third print, which is considered his first cover appearance. He's up here. At the same time, like the same week, this fourth print came out, which is the final page where you see Silver Surfer Black. So they came out the same week, I believe. They're both the first cover appearance. Anyways, we don't know, and of course when I read it, I was confused, and it's like, how does Silver Surfer have Mjolnir? So I have said in a video previously, maybe even a year ago, that I thought this plot line in the most recent run of Thor would show us how Silver Surfer gets Mjolnir. So this is another one you might want to look for. This is Thanos 17. This is the second print. And I think is the first cover appearance of Silver Surfer with Mjolnir. You can see him holding it here, or grabbing it here. And so I think that the next 4 or 5, this arc of Thor, you're going to want to get. I think we could see Silver Surfer battle it out with Thor. We could see Silver Surfer get Mjolnir, and that will be very interesting. Now, Silver Surfer Black, and I believe he was black, did appear in the first issue of this run. In fact, I think it might have been all the Heralds of Galactus appeared in that room. They kind of had a discussion, and that's when Thor took over as the Herald of Galactus. So I would get the next couple issues of Thor, and if you haven't got the first arc, 1 through 6, I believe it is, it's really fun, and I would pick that up. Thanks. Take care.